And today we are going to be talking about something in BloodStrike that is actually a problem to most BloodStrike players, and it's either most of us don't realize it or we aren't just talking about it. But before we dive into the complaints and the concern, I would love to start this video with something positive, because we all know at its core there is a lot of things positive about BloodStrike, and we can't say it's not an enjoyable game. Even though there might be some things that need to be improved, I think the developers are doing a great job and engaging with the community on Facebook, listening to feedbacks while also trying to improve the game. An example will be the votes they put up on their page recently on Facebook about the naming cards or more stickers, also that of a new server and a new map. I just wanted to start on a good note, even though this video is about something I feel that should have been in the game from day one. I generally want to say these guys are doing their best at the moment. Without further ado, let's dive into what I'm talking about today, which is the absence of the KD ratio and the inability to prone in BloodStrike. For you guys that don't know, I started playing BloodStrike at the earliest of its development, which was accessible to very few people during that period of time. For most users of iOS, they had to be invited using test flight. Even then, I was amazed on how smoothly this game ran. And guess what? I was able to see my KD ratio even at that time, which begs the question, why was it removed? I can't think of any disadvantages of having this feature available. I would love to know your opinions about this. Maybe there is something I'm missing, but on the other hand, the advantages outweigh the disadvantages, if any. There is this sense of accomplishment that comes with seeing your KD ratio and knowing how much you've improved. I'll say I haven't really encountered any hackers in game, although it's hard to be 100% positive about this, as there isn't a lot of servers in the game yet, resulting to high amount of MS spikes sometimes. But then visible KD ratios is another effective way of singling out hackers more evidently. And this brings us to the main topic of this video, and that's on the inability to prone, or the addition of the prone button. From the first day you picked up this game to play, many of you like me immediately realized the prone button is missing. Although personally I thought it would be added sometime in the future, probably before the global release, but it currently feels like this might be a feature that was never meant to be in the game, which got me wondering what the reasons behind this decision might be. And then I had an idea. Maybe it's to drastically reduce the amount of snakes in the game, but then the game is strictly a first-person shooter, which on its own discourages snaking. Well, this is just my opinion. Yeah, I know nobody likes snakes generally in battle royale games, and although I wholeheartedly agree with that mindset, this has also affected the overall gameplay, thereby breaching skill gaps too. Think of how many gunfights you would have confidently won if you were able to use the little bit of cover you had by proning or drop shotting at the last minute, especially with the high MS some of us play with. So I think the developers should do these two things in particular, considering the future of BloodStrike. They should think of the worst possible scenario and also the advantages of proning. The worst possible scenario would be a lot of players snaking, which as battle royale gamers, we are already used to that. And the advantage, considering not only how the game plays, but also understanding how chaotic the fights in BloodStrike turn out to be, and the role of being able to outplay or prone behind the smallest covers in those difficult situations. Although BloodStrike is an amazing game, it's just little things like this that might make an overwhelming difference in how the game plays and feels, while also making the game less frustrating or more balanced for a wilder community. And there you have it, folks. This is just my general opinion on what I feel should be implemented in BloodStrike. And if you made it to this part of the video, I would love to know your thoughts and feelings on these topics in the comments below, and I would reply every one of them. As always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Drop a like and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the gameplay.
Taking hits! Use weapon here.
Got it. Medic needed.
Enemy shot. Eliminated.
Wicked sick! The safe zone
Using a bandage. Enemy spotted.
Needed. The safe zone is shifting.
Lost or get killed.